Marx spends a considerable amount of time in Volume 2 of Capital contemplating the nature of fixed and circulating capital. Even among his predecessors and contemporaries, Marx's conception of both fixed and circulating capital was quite different. It's crucial to evaluate this distinction in order to better understand Marx in his study of capital as a social process. Marx calls fixed capital means of labor, or the machinery and tools that labor uses to produce. He reiterates that means of labor only becomes fixed capital when it is part of productive capital as a whole, and is not fixed capital by nature of its physical properties or functions. Such means of labor can just as easily be used for other purposes, but in those instances stopped being fixed capital. Despite its name, fixed capital still circulates. The fraction of its value that it imparts via the labor process circulates with the rest of the capital. We know that in the production process, constant capital imparts a fraction of its total value into each commodity. Every tool and machine has a rough lifespan, throughout which it slowly deteriorates as it is being used. Value leaves fixed capital and enters circulation with the commodity it becomes attached to. By contrast, Marx considers all other material components of the capital advanced in the production process to be fluid capital, which he sometimes calls circulating capital. Whereas the whole value in fixed capital is not consumed in the production process, the value of fluid capital is. Fluid capital therefore includes raw materials, labor, and any other element in production that must be wholly reintroduced at the start of every new production cycle. Repairs on fixed capital can be a necessary part in the preservation of the fixed capital's function. Labor hired for this purpose is part of fluid capital as it requires continuous renewal. Marx states that, since it is of the utmost importance to treat every ailment of machinery immediately, every large factory has, in addition to the factory workers proper, a staff of engineer, carpenter, mechanic, fitter, etc. Their wages form part of the variable capital, and the value of their labor is distributed over the product. New fixed capital allows for the continued production of value, part of which returns back to the maintenance of fixed capital while the other part circulates. Marx insisted that fixed and fluid capital could not be conflated with productive and commodity capital or constant and variable capital. Fixed capital, for Marx, is not just about the immutable elements of capital. Indeed, fixed capital can circulate without moving at all. When a factory passes in ownership from one capitalist to another, it is being circulated without physically moving. Understanding what Marx means by fixed and fluid capital is crucial if one wants to follow Marx's analysis. Though the distinction is simple, it is not immediately apparent, especially considering the various uses and connotations of the word fixed and fluid. That's all for this video. Hopefully in watching this you have developed a clearer understanding of the definition and role of fixed and fluid capital in Marxist economics. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and until next time, remember, the philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point is to change it.